My name is Dana James, and I am the host of Inside Black Iowa, the podcast. I'm also founder and publisher of Black Iowa News. Today, we have three guests from Project Bridging, and they're going to talk about the impact of the program, what it's doing here in Des Moines. So, welcome, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Yes,
Patricia Barbee. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what is Project Bridging?
I am certified as a preschool teacher. I work now as a substitute teacher, but my passion is nonprofit work. Project Bridging is a subsidiary of Bridging at-Risk Youth Programs. So that just means that it's a small portion of it. It is other programs within the program, where Project Bridging is my baby right now. It consists of mentoring female youth that live in underserved communities to offer them a higher quality of life. By that, offering them positive experiences, positive hands-on things, and giving them a chance to see that things outside of their world now is very much so possible.
Nice. So, tell us about our guests today, Keymonie and Edith.
Keymonie and Edith are my babies who are not my babies. Edith is a ninth grader at Lincoln. She's been with us for 2 years now, and Keymonie is a seventh grader at McCombs. She's been with us a year now.
Fantastic. So, Keymonie, what does Project Bridging mean to you? What do you do?
Project Bridging, it's a really successful program. I thought when I first joined Project Bridging, I thought it was just going to be like, a program, like a girls group type of thing. Like I thought we were just going to like do stuff, just hang out, and stuff like that. But Project Bridging is something different. I didn't really like expect for, you know, all the journeys I've been on with them and all that other stuff. Like, it's something different that I never tried before. I really like it. I really enjoy being with Miss Barbee and the other girls because I feel like I could be myself around them. Miss Barbee brings out a whole nother side of me and stuff like that. And I really enjoy her and I really thank her for that.
Nice.
So
How does she bring out another side of you? What
Because
about her?
Miss Barbee, I get her like in multiple ways, and she gets me in multiple ways. We both have things in common. We're black, you feel me? We Miss Barbee, she teaches me things about who I am and stuff like that. My culture and what I represent. So I really thank her for that.
Great. Thank you so much, Keymonie. What about you, Edith? Tell us about your experience with Project Bridging.
Well, like she said, like I thought it was just gonna be like we're gonna do like fun events and stuff, but I've realized that Ms. Barbee really like encouraged us to overcome our fears and our weaknesses throughout these events. Like for example, for me, I'm nervous to be on this podcast, but she encouraged me. Now that I realize it's not even that bad.
yes,
Like it's a thing, and I am really like I really really appreciate that she encouraged me to be on here because I feel like it's gonna really help me grow as a person.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Well, we're very happy to have you here. What did you think when you joined Project Bridging? What did you think it was going to be, and how different is that now?
Well, I just thought it was gonna be like how she said, like, we were just gonna like do fun stuff, get to know each other, but it's more than that. Like, it's like it helps us grow as a person and it helps us, yeah, I just love it. It's like, it helps our community too, I feel like.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for coming on the Inside Black Iowa podcast and telling us a little bit about Project Bridging. So, Miss Barbee, that's pretty deep what the students were saying, how you're connecting with them. Why do you think that is? What are you bringing to Project Bridging that is so unique and so heartfelt by the students?
That is my goal, to be with them, to show them that someone cares about them without judging them. Granted, they have parents, they have other teachers, they have other people in the community who care about them. I won't take away from that, but I offer them a chance to be their selves and to help with self-correction. And when they can't do that, adult supervision with correction. I want them to know that everything is possible for them because I truly believe that. I take joy in being with them, seeing them grow out of their nervousness, trying new things. And even when they are around new people who they are not familiar with, I enjoy seeing the sisterhood.
Wow. So how many students are a part of Project Bridging?
As of now, we have almost 100 girls enrolled.
And how many different schools, or is it just one school?
Right now, we have one or two at Lincoln. No, I'm sorry. That's at Roosevelt. We have several girls at Lincoln, and the majority are at McCombs. It will be more, but we need to find space for us to meet and gather without outside interruption. And then I'm going to open it to at least the schools on the south side. Because what I see, I'm not from Des Moines, but I work on the south side, and I see a lot of things that are offered on the other sides. They're not offered to the south side children.
Oh, you mentioned earlier that Project Bridging itself is part of a larger organization.
I started Bridging Air with Youth programs because my dad always told me, be the bridge in the gap. The Bible tells you to stand in the gap. So those who do not have, you help them get. My goal was to start a preschool academy, but after COVID and working with the bigger kids, I see that there is a more definite need. So with that need, I try to structure myself in the program to be what's needed or to help guide them to where they can go to get better assistance for what they need.
So when you started this program, how did you describe it to the potential recruits?
I didn't even have to. The girls cling to me. They cling to me because I am not rude to them. I don't judge them. And when I do, it's to show them a better way of doing things. I'm not rude to them. I don't act the way certain adults do, which saying, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm big, you're little. I don't play that game with them. I respect them. And I have love for them. They can tell that I love them. And it's not just, oh, because you're in the group. Because I've had girls who couldn't participate fully because they wanted to, and they still come to me. So these are just the girls that wanted to be around me more than being in the school setting.
Oh, wow. Okay. How often do you meet? What do you
We
do?
meet once a week. Right now we're working on literacy, and we want to do a mock trial. I have a literacy club that we're looking for funding for. We work on homework, and we work on social skills, because a lot of my girls, I love them dearly, but they lack social skills. And I know how beautiful they are. I want other people to see, and I want them to express it themselves without me explaining for them.
Give me an idea of what that means, a lack of social skills.
A lot of my girls are in their phone. They are more brave and more outgoing online, and I know how awesome they are. So I want them to put down the phones. So I give them real life experiences that will help them. Put your phone down, look someone in their face, speak how. I want them to be the adults that don't need it. I know that I can't help everyone, but I'm trying my best. Anyone who comes within my vicinity, if they need me, I'm there.
So do you feel like your program is, I know you say bridging the gap, is it doing some of the things that the school systems aren't getting at?
Yes, and I don't blame the school system, because they have things that they are tied down with. They're not as connected to the culture of the youth, the vernacular that they use, some of the behavior and other things that go with that said culture. So being an outsider who works in the system, I'm able to see from both sides. So it's kind of like a liaison. I can see what's coming from adult teacher part, but I can also see how these children feel. And their feelings are more important to me.
So do you have volunteers also that work with you?
I do have volunteers. I have a beautiful array of volunteers who come in and want to speak to the girls, who want to give lessons, who want to share their stories. But I do have women who I work with right now: Shayla Shade, Ebony Shade, Tori Townsend, Jasmine Sullivan, Kira Levette, Janiyah Williams, and a few other ladies who work hard to help me bridge that gap.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that community
Yes.
support, because that's a lot of girls that you're, impacting their lives.
Yes. Last year we had, I want to say, maybe 50 girls. And this year we have more, but like I said, I'm not going to take on any more until I can get more people to come in and help with even organizing the program.
Sounds like you need a school yourself.
I would like space in a school for them to have. Education is top to me. Then comes the social emotional, then comes the physical. I worked in early childhood, so the cognitive is important to me, most definitely, because I know that without those social skills, nobody will never know how smart you are. You can exercise your physical attributes, but nobody will see it if you're in a shell or you're stuck somewhere. So if I did have space that would accommodate me and the girls, that's awesome. That's what we're fundraising towards at this moment.
Your fundraising is at, how's that working? Do you have a link?
We do have a link, but we have several projects that we're working on. The link will take you to all of the projects. But most importantly, I just would like someone not to say, here, Patricia, here's a space for you and the girls, but to have a small office space and at least 3,000, 4,000 square feet for us to host events. Well, we don't have money because we're building up, we're grassroots programs. So we don't always have the money for the space, the food, the decoration, so on and so on. But I want those things for the girls. So as we fundraise, right now, our biggest fundraiser is for our school bus, for transportation, and our leadership camp.
So tell me about the school bus. So you want to own a school bus, or?
The thing is, I want to own several school buses. One will be used to transport the girls because some of the parents can get the girls where they need to be, so they don't need us for transportation. But for the ones who can't, we can meet up like we used to in the city of Chicago. We will meet up at a stop, and the bus driver will take us to our park or destination. So we want 2 buses for that, but I also want to turn one into a mobile lounge classroom area. So that
how would that work?
they come in, they gut it out. They put in separate seats. They put in separate things. They put in a whiteboard. They have computers in there. They have desks, and they have a lounge area. Doesn't sound like there's a lot of space for it, but if you research it and look it up, they're the best things inside of having a brick and mortar.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So, and you mentioned Leadership Academy. Tell me about that.
I want my girls to all know that they're leaders. I'm working now on becoming a servant leader with my servant leadership. I want them to know that they're a leader. I want them to not look for each other for answers all the time, but I want them to step up and be a leader, whether it's in their home, in their school, in the classroom, we're doing the right thing, or with their education and their grades, or in the community. So there's a camp retreat called Wildwood Ranch. It's in St. Charles, Iowa. And they have different activities, low rope, high rope, equestrian activities, blob, canoeing, kayaking. And I want this to be a staple piece of the program. So this is our first year of fundraising to get us there. So I want them to have fun, but I also want them each to practice their individual leadership skills.
So is that like a weekend type trip?
It's a weekend. We're going to do a weekend. We're going to start off with a weekend. We're going to go Friday. They provide all the services, the bedding, the sheets, the food. We're going to do all of that. So the package comes at, I'm saying around $300 per child. But I know with the demographics that we serve, with the underserved community, parents don't just have it to say, here you go. So that's another thing we're working on. That's a big part of our fundraising events.
So you've mentioned underserved communities a couple of times. Tell me more about what the community is, what it looks like, what its needs are.
Our children are at need for after-school activities, for social groups, for even equipment to participate in activities such as sporting events, even jump rope double dutch. The young girls don't know how to even jump double dutch like we used to as a child. I want them to move further away from technology, even though I like technology and coding. They don't have a chance to be a child. And being in an underserved community, that just simply means that they do not have the same privilege as other communities do that have more money and have a higher income.
Right.
They deserve the same things. It's not anybody's fault that their parents are in this community. So we're not going to place blame. We're going to look for resolutions to help them get from where they are to where they want to be, whether it's in entrepreneurship, trade school, or college degree.
Nice. You mentioned some other projects. Are there other projects that you're working on that you want
There
people to
are.
know
We have
about?
a literacy program that we're working on right now. We have a book that we're going to read a month. We're going to do a mock trial soon. We also have an event that was pushed back from March to June. It's the Womanish Tea Party, where we can celebrate anything womanish or femininity, which is where the people from the community come out, donate, but also come out to show the girls this is what success looks like. This is what hard work looks like. And because I have girls from all cultures, backgrounds, nationalities, I want them to see women who look like them and also women who look like me.
Okay. You said that one was called the Womanish Tea Party?
Womanish Tea Party. That'll be June 15th.
June 15th. Okay, nice,
They can go to
nice.
Project Bridging on Facebook and follow us, and all the activities and all the needs that they can help meet will be there linked.
Okay. And do you also have a website?
We do have a website. It will be live next week.
Okay. Do you know
Yes.
what your URL for that will be?
It will be projectbridging.org. www.projectbridging.org.
And while we're on that, what's a good email if people wanted to reach out to you directly?
Patricia Barbee at projectbridging.org.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
What else would you want people listening to know about Project Bridging that we haven't talked about?
I want you all to know that Project Bridging is a works in progress. And by that, I mean, we don't just get girls and leave them where they are at the end of the school year or anything else. Our plan is to take them from fifth grade as of now to high school graduates. We want to meet a need that'll stop them from dropping out of high school, that'll stop them from going to school, period. That will help them with their college, with their training, their entrepreneurship. We are bridging the gap, and we cannot do it alone. So with that being said, we need help. I'm here to help the girls, but I also need help with that, whether it be volunteer time, sponsorship, donations, fiscal gifts, anything to that sort, because we will get those girls and soon boys from where they are in the community to where they want to be in the world.
Nice. So you're going to take on boys as well, you said?
Yes. I've actually recruited some men because I can give them experiences with women, but I want them to see themselves as well. That's the best teacher, in my opinion, for you to see yourself and how things can go in the life you're living. And if we need to change things, we can change them. If we need to do training, we can do training. That's why I have people who are lawyers, a judge, women who are custodians, women who are teachers, women who are barbers, women who are diesel mechanics. I want my girls to know that you can be anything that you work hard for. You. No one else can get it for you. You.
So what does this do for you as well?
It just brings me joy. I know some people like, it sounds corny, but it's a job that I love working that I don't get paid for. If I could choose a job that I could do and reflect on how my life is going, this would be it. I was said to the other day, what about the children? That's how my mother was, that's how my father was, and that's what I plan on helping. What about the children? Because they are the future.
Right.
I'm closer to being an elderly adult than they are. So these are the people who will be our nurses, our doctors, restaurant owners, electricians, plumbers, sewage workers, all those things. I like having a hand in those people developing as a whole person. As a whole person, not just someone who goes out and is a robot and just follows orders, someone who goes out and questions things in a respectful way, who can change things because they're innovative. I want them to be innovators. I believe in them.
Beautiful. And certainly we know these kids today, they need that more than ever.
Yes.
Adults that believe in them, adults who are trying to make the community better like you are.
Yes.
I mean, that's planting seeds all over the place that
Yes.
will flower. And it's just, yeah, I really commend you what you're doing. Any kind of final words you want to stick in people's mind about Project Bridging?
I just want you all to know that Project Bridging is something that is helping the youth in the Des Moines area and hopefully soon other places. If you can help in any way, even a kind word, those girls, it will mean the world to them. Whatever you can give, however you can help, would be forever grateful from me and my mentees.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Patricia, for coming on Inside Black Iowa.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, Inside Black Iowa, the podcast. You can find it on Substack. You can find it on YouTube and the Facebook page. So go like Inside Black Iowa on Facebook. And thanks for listening. Have a great day.